If you want to learn how to add a layer in Krita, you're in the right place. In this video, I'll show you the fastest way to create layers, choose specialized layer types, and even import an image as a new layer. Layers are one of the most important parts of working in Krita because they let you draw, edit, and organize your artwork without affecting everything else on the canvas. So if you've ever felt confused by the layers panel, this tutorial will make it simple. And before we jump in, if this video helps you out, please hit the like button and subscribe for more easy software tutorials just like this. It really helps the channel and it tells me to keep making videos that save you time. Alright, let's get started. First, open Krita and look for the Layers Docker, which is the panel where all your layers are managed. At the bottom of that panel, you'll see a plus button. This is the quickest way to add a new layer. Just click the plus icon and Krita will create a new layer instantly. That new layer is now ready for drawing, painting, or editing, depending on the type you choose. If you only need a basic layer, the plus button is all you need. But Krita also gives you more advanced options, and that's where the small drop-down arrow next to the plus button becomes really useful. Click the down arrow beside the plus button and you'll see different layer types you can add. One option is a vector layer. Use this when you want sharp lines, clean shapes, or editable text. Vector layers are especially useful if you want artwork that stays crisp no matter how much you zoom in or resize it. If you're doing logos, icons, or any kind of precise design work, vector layers are a great choice. Another option is a group layer. This is perfect for organizing your project. If your layer stack is getting messy, you can group related layers together so everything stays clean and easy to manage. For example, you might group all your sketch layers, line art layers, or color layers into separate folders. This makes bigger projects much easier to work with. You'll also see a filter layer. This is very useful if you want to apply non-destructive adjustments, like blur or color balance, to everything underneath it. The big advantage here is that you can change the effect later without permanently editing your artwork. That gives you a lot more flexibility while you work. Then there's the fill layer. This lets you quickly add a solid color, gradient, or pattern across the canvas. If you need a background color or want to set up a repeating pattern, this is one of the fastest ways to do it. Instead of painting a background manually, you can use a fill layer and keep everything editable. Now, let's talk about another simple way to add a layer in Krita, importing an image as a new layer. This is very handy if you want to bring in a photo, reference image, or a texture file. To do this, just drag any file from your computer folder directly onto the Krita canvas. As soon as you drop it in, Krita will show a pop-up menu. From that menu, choose Insert as New Layer. This will place the image into your document as its own separate layer, which means you can move it, scale it, hide it, or edit it without affecting the rest of your project. That's a really useful workflow if you're combining reference art, backgrounds, or imported assets with your drawing. And because it comes in as a separate layer, you'll have much more control over how it behaves in your composition. So to quickly recap, if you want to add a layer in Krita, go to the Layers Docker and click the plus button. If you need something more specific, use the drop-down arrow next to it to choose a vector layer, group layer, filter layer, or fill layer. And if you want to bring in an external image, just drag and drop the file onto the canvas and choose Insert as New Layer. Once you get used to these options, managing layers in Krita becomes much faster and a lot more intuitive. It's one of those basic skills that makes everything else easier, whether you're sketching, painting, designing, or editing. If this tutorial helped you, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next quick guide. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.